Very good morning to all of you. Here we are back with our Magic of Logic series. What is the purpose of taking this? When we were taking Sarthi batch, it was an everyday life class, so we stopped this. But the purpose of this is because income tax is not tough, but it is vast. Direct tax and indirect tax. Then lot of repetition is required, especially for the concept which comes in every exam, whether you are writing inter or final, CA, CMA or CS. There are some concepts which are touched up in every exam. So just in 15 minutes, I'll give you that concept with the flow chart in a very easy way for you to remember. Then we will do mantra for this week and some updates for the upcoming batches and the new scheme and all. Okay. So to the point, crisp knowledge is what we are looking for right now. Thank you so much. Right in the beginning, I'm saying for the amazing response for the Sarthi taxation live batch, which free DT classes are there in the YouTube. And material, everything is there. Some of the students are repeatedly asking for material. Even I am not that techno pro. I thought you can go back and check it in the Telegram. But if that is not so, join the Telegram, ask for the material. I'll again give you the link. This is our 8 Magic of Logic series. And whenever you have time and 15 minutes, if you can spare, just check interest on loan. It will be clear. Taxability of virtual digital assets, done. Updated return, which is asked so much, is done. So like this, direct tax, indirect tax, or costing. These are my core areas. So from there, I'm picking up the topics which are generally required to be repeated by all the students. And let us quickly begin with today's topic. It is taxability of provident fund in the salary chapter. Now, whether in salary you get allowances, perquisite problem, or you get the problem for retirement benefit, one topping or flavor is contribution to PF, Provident Fund. So there are 4 types of PF, how they are taxable. 110% guarantee if you can show me an exam where this point is not touched either in MCQs or in the total income question. So that important this part is. So just in 15 minutes to the point, very nice way we will be doing it. Let us begin now. There are 4 types of provident fund which are very important for your exam. So let us begin with the first one. First one is, say, which is not in this category much, but it's a type of the provident fund. So I'm doing it first. That is your public provident fund. So whenever you all know what is PPF, when we say PPF, everyone in the class knows that you get ATC deduction. Correct. You can put money in PPF for yourself, your family members, right? So can employer put the money in public provident fund? No. Employer doesn't contribute. Now, deduction under ATC is given? Yes. PPF may you can put 1,50,000 for yourself, your children, spouse, and whoever puts, they can get that deduction. Okay, right. Next, interest on PPF is exempt. This is a very important point, dear students, when you write it for income from other sources. 1 minute, a screen got stuck up. I don't know what happened. 1 second. PPF interest is exempt. So when you do income from other sources and you get PPF interest, rather than writing the note later, can you write it there itself? PPF interest, say 5,000 in the inner column, outer column exempt. So whatever interest you receive on PPF, it is exempt from tax. Okay. And then on maturity, 10 years or 15 years ke baad, when you receive the lump sum from the PPF, that is also exempt. So shall I close this? In 1 minute के अंदर ये revise हो जाएगा. You yourself can contribute for your PPF or your minors or your daughter, son, spouse, all. Now you will get a deduction under section ATC for contribution to PPF throughout the year, maximum up to 1,50,000. Interest on PPF is to be written in income from other sources, inner column, outer column exempt. And lump sum payment when you receive from PPF, it is exempt. So ma'am, why we are doing this in salary? Can employer put the money in PPF? Answer is no. Now it's a type of PPF, so we are doing. Now, let us take up the statutory provident fund, which is very popularly briefly known as SPF. Statutory provident fund is the provident fund which is mandatory for the organizations, PF Act and Miscellaneous Act 1952, what you study in law, more than 10 workers or whatever, law part is there. So when an employer is contributing to statutory provident fund, is it exempt? Yes. Then can he claim a deduction under section 80C for employee's own contribution? Employer is putting the money, but employee is also putting the money. So can he claim the deduction under 80C? Who? Employee, for whatever money he has put in SPF? Yes. Interest on SPF is exempt and lump sum is also exempt. So if your company or your firm is covered under the Statutory Labor Laws Provident Fund Act 1952, then whatever employer is contributing, exempt. Whatever employee is contributing, can he himself claim ATC deduction? Yes. Interest is exempt and lump sum is on maturity received exempt. Now, these are both highlights which are like repeatedly asked in exam. So let us do RPF and URPF. URPF is hot favorite for MCQs, whatever exam you are writing, CA or CMA. Now let us begin with recognized provident fund. Recognized provident fund is the provident fund of the entity, its own provident fund, but they have got it recognized and approved from the commissioners. Now, employer can contribute to recognized provident fund, RPF I will call it, up to 12% of salary. Now, what is the definition of salary? Basic, DA. Whatever DA you receive, say 1,000 rupees is taxable, dear students. But if in bracket it is written 60% is considered for retirement benefit, how much DA you will take here for terms of employment or retirement benefit? For calculation, 600 per month. Okay. Say basic is 1,000 per month. And commission, if the employee is getting commission based on the turnover, consider that also. So what is the definition of salary? Basic, DA in terms of employment and commission. This is the same definition, dear students, for HRA also. That is house rent allowance. Okay. Now, employer can contribute 12% of the salary. Now, a common pitfall and mistake which happens for students I'm writing here. Suppose, let us take the basic salary is 1 lakh and the DA is 60,000. Commission is not there. I'm just giving a very quick example. Now, employer has contributed, say, 20%. Ma'am, 12% is exempt, no? 8% will be taxable. We are not doing maths. If the employer has contributed, say 20% of basic, how much he has contributed? 20,000. But how much is exempt? 12% of basic and DA. I will also get calculator. You also get your notepad and calculator. And these Sarthi notes are there in the concept classes app also. If you want to go for it, we will send it to you in courier. Okay. तो ये पढ़ो पहले आप फिर से करो देखो 1,60,000 basic and DA. Of that 12%. So 19,200. So what will be taxable, dear students? 800. टेक योर टाइम मैम, मैंने पूरा किया फिर भी मुझे मार्क्स नहीं मिलते. हम करते हैं 80% वी डू एंड वी लीव दैट इन डेप्थ पार्ट. I am showing you the in-depth part only. Still, after watching this 30 minutes core, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. फिर से एक बार. Employer has contributed 20% of the basic, 20,000, but allowed is 12% of basic DA and commission. So like this, you will get the taxable. Please don't do maths, ma'am. 20% is allowed, 12% is तक allowed है, 20 दिया है, 8% taxable होगा, your answer will go wrong. So how much money employer can put in RPF? 12%. Can employee contribute to RPF? Yes. And deduction is available? Yes. ATC upper limit is 1,50,000. Interest for contribution in RPF is exempt 9.5%. I am super duper happy with my employee Sohan, and I am giving him 15% interest on the RPF. Meri marzi. I am giving to my employee 15% interest on the RPF. How much will be exempt? 9.5. How much interest will be taxable? 5.5%. Are you all getting? How much you can contribute to RPF and it is exempt? 12% of basic TA commission. How much interest is exempt? 9.5%. And lump sum payment, okay, it is exempt in most the cases. If you have worked for more than 5 years, you're satisfying all the conditions, or if retirement is due to death, illness, all that, then that RPF, whatever payment you receive, is exempt. Now comes the more crucial, jisko 5-star khilao, Kit Kat khilao, URPF. What is URPF? Unrecognized Provident Fund. Okay? Unrecognized Provident Fund is, it's not recognized by the commissioners or the labor laws. You have your own private PF. So if the employer is contributing, it is exempt. ATC deduction not eligible because it's unrecognized. Interest now to exempt. Everything is goody goody now. But on maturity, when you get the amount from URPF, then payment received in respect of employee's own contribution is exempt. Employee, I have put 1 lakh in unrecognized provident fund. So jo 1 lakh I have put, that is only coming back to me. Will it be taxable? No. Interest on employees' own contribution is taxable under income from other sources. Now, employers' contribution to URPF and interest is taxable as salary. Some of the books are also calling it as profit in lieu of salary. Are you all with me? फिर से एक बार, कभी कभी बिना स्क्रीन देखो. Unrecognized provident fund, it's not recognized. Whatever employees putting, interest is received, abhi to sab exempted. No ATC deduction because it is unrecognized. So employee himself, whatever he's putting, koi deduction nahi. Now, you know, it's like the triggering bomb blast when the maturity pe ek sath barish ho rahi hai. Now, employer's contribution to URPF and interest thereon. Interest on employer's contribution to URPF and his contribution. Both are received by employee. Waterfall. It will be taxable as salary, profit in lieu of salary. Pura 12% तक exemption भी नहीं मिलेगा. Now, employee's own contribution to URPF which he got back. He had put 1 lakh rupees, he got back. Will it be taxable? No. My own money. किसी को लोन दिए तो लोन थोड़ी टैक्स होता है, इंटरेस्ट टैक्स होता है, लाइक दैट. Interest on employees' contribution will be taxable in income from other sources. Because this is very, very important, I have also included that in a table below. फिर से ये देखो. Employers' contribution and interest on employers' contribution. Where is it taxable? Salary. Employees' contribution not taxable because खुद का ही पैसा वापस आ रहा है. Accumulated interest on employees' contribution fully taxable under other source. ठीक है? Right. And from recognized provident fund, normally whatever you receive is exempt. ये आपकी reading के लिए है, but because it is so vast, I said कि थोड़ा चीजें छोड़ दो. अब important now. You are putting the money in RPF. You are putting the money in National Pension Scheme. याद है 80CCD1, 80CCD2B and all. It's there in deduction. National Pension Scheme, Atal Bima Yojana and all that. So, and you are putting the money in superannuation fund. That is also a different kind of investment like this. Put together for this exemption is 7,50,000 in a year. I want to repeat. Employers contribution to RPF, employers contribution to NPS, National Pension Scheme, employers contribution to superannuation fund. Put together, it is exempt up to 7,50,000. Above that, it will be taxable. Okay, right. Now, one more amendment has come from last year. It's not this year's amendment, but amendment is amendment, and it is very important. So many of you are there live right now. Can you please comment all clear or not clear, or still any doubt is there, or while you watch this as a recording, if you have doubt, comment below. I'll surely clear. Join the Telegram. There you can click the picture, send your doubt. I will clear it with a voice note for sure. Okay, right? Intention is to build up for this magic of logic series is logically you understand income tax. कभी भी आपका complain नहीं होगा कि I'll not be able to complete my paper in 3 hours beta. So you, for just building up that super duper confidence in you all students, every Saturday we are taking this live series, and I'm with the experience of the paper trend, with the experience of doubts asked by students, I'm exactly doing those topics which are very essential. Chalo. So this is an amendment. Payment from SPF. Okay, right. So where employer is also contributing and employee is also contributing to SPF, then employees contribution up to 2,50,000 is exempt. Beyond that, whatever employee is putting, interest on employees contribution in excess of 2,50,000 will become taxable. Suppose, and if employer is not contributing, then employees contribution is exempt up to 5 lakh. Chalo, we'll assume that employer is contributing. Still the employee has put 3 lakh in the SPF. Huh? How much employee has put in PF this year? 3 lakh rupees per month. कुछ तो डाले हैं, say 30,000, तो 3,60,000. Who has put? Employee. Is employer also contributing? Yes. Then whatever is the contribution for employee up to 2,50,000, इसका जो interest है, it will be exempt. Ma'am, just now you said statutory provident fund, whole interest is exempt. Yeah. Then 2,50,000 interest, का जो interest है, this is contribution, not interest. Interest on employees contribution up to 2,50,000 interest exempt. And employee has put 1,10,000. Yes. Good. Vivanki, what you are saying is ki, so we will have 2 PF account. Answer is yes. You will have 2 PF account. Whatever you are contributing above 2,50,000 on this, whatever interest you receive, even if it is statutory provident fund, this interest is going to be taxable. Yes. Where? In income from other sources, or अगर employees का है तो खुद का contribution है तो. Now, if employer is not contributing, then employee can मजे से contribute double of 2,50,000, that is 5 lakh. But employee is contributing 8 lakh. So 5 lakh ka interest is exempt on 3 lakh. Whatever interest they receive, that will be taxable in the hands of employee. Ma'am, why income from other sources? Because employees contribution interest it is. Clear to all of you? Same is there for RPF. This is the latest amendment, very important. Same, RPF is also same. If employer is contributing, then interest on employees contribution in excess of 2,50,000 will be taxable. If employer is not contributing, interest on employees contribution in excess of 5 lakh, it will be taxable. Okay? Right. So example also I have given, you can check that. And superannuation fund individual limit is 1 lakh. Once again, I want to check in that table now vertically. हमने किया SPF, RPF, URPF and PPF. Exactly 15 minutes and we are done with. Now let us do left to right. Left to right. Interest on SPF exempt. RPF up to 9.5% exempt. URPF interest is exempt now, but on maturity, employees' interest, profit and lieu of salary. Employees' interest, other source. PF interest is always exempt. Same way. Employees' contribution, SPF exempt. RPF exempt up to 12% of basic DA commission. URPF exempt. PPF, employer will not contribute. ATC deduction, is it available for SPF? Yes. RPF? Yes. URPF? No. PPF? Yes. All types of PF, how much you can take deduction maximum in ATC? 1,50,000. Okay? Right. Interest we have done. And lump sum. SPF is exempt. RPF is exempt. PPF is exempt. URPF, when you receive lump sum, employer's contribution and interest on employer's contribution is taxable under salary as profit in lieu of salary. And employee's own contribution to URPF exempt. Interest thereon will be taxable under income from other sources. I've tried my best to explain, and this comes in MCQs. And when I do the mock test paper correction, so many times I feel कि 8 marks 10 marks पूरा salary question correct है और PF गलत हो जा रहा है, तो you lose the marks for gross salary, standard deduction and all. PF is not a part of definition of salary for rent-free accommodation. I'll take one more live to discuss all the retirement benefits and all that. ठीक है, वो हम एक Saturday जरूर करेंगे. Is the amendment clear to you? फिर से एक बार. SPF interest is exempt. You said no, ma'am. RPF interest is exempt up to 9.5%. PPF interest completely exempt. Now the rule is, in SPF, if the employee is contributing more than 2,50,000 every year, then up to 2,50,000 related interest is exempt. But say you have contributed 3 lakh, then on the 50,000 excess contribution, whatever interest is received by employee, it will be taxable. ठीक है? All clear to all of you? Satisfied with this notes? Yes. These Sarthi notes are available in the Concept Classes app. You can check it. And next, what I was saying is, yes, May 2024, the new scheme is mandatory for all the students. Now, a simple repeatedly, I'll prepare one separate video for all the scheme details and all very soon. So keep looking for this space, and most of my lectures are live. I cannot record it, edit it और बाद में बैठ के upload करो, नहीं, जो है अभी है. So just subscribe it so that whenever I'm taking MCQs live, case studies live, these kind of revision lectures, and every Saturday we are coming live. So if you have a query and you want to comment below and ask, most welcome. But most of the students don't like it. So today, that is Saturday. And what is the date today? 25th of November. Today, 6:30 to 7:30, we are having one-to-one doubt clearing session with all our CMA inter students on Zoom. No recording will be put up anywhere in my app or in YouTube, because I know there's some kind of hesitation and students are comfortable when you're just doing one-to-one. So whatever are your doubts related to exam preparation for DT, IDT, costing, today evening 6:30 to 7:30, we are taking it in live class, and lot of boosting mantras I'll give, the exact mindset of how you can complete the paper in 3 hours. So do join. Now, ma'am, because this is not live in your app, this is not live in your app, then where do we get the details? The Zoom link will be shared in Telegram. So join the Telegram, get the Zoom link. No nuisances, please. You all are matured. I'm also matured. टाइम नहीं है हमको कि आप बदमाशी करें, मैं आपको जूम में से बाहर निकालूं, वो सब नहीं करना है ना. आपके पास भी टाइम नहीं है, हमारे पास भी नहीं है. तो let us make this 1 hour very creative in the evening and look up for more these kind of magic of logic series. Now, new scheme, every exam is going to have 30 marks MCQs based on case studies. अब मैम कैसे होंगे? तो case studies is not some big that, you know, ऐसा कोई ऐसा ये नहीं है. भूत प्रेत नहीं है. Case studies is actually a problem only. So if you solve it as a problem, case study, and then from that problem you can pick up an answer. So we will be doing a lot of practice of case studies. That will be live in YouTube, I promise. So there is no negative marking. One question repeatedly asked by students is there going to be negative marking? Answer is no. For MCQs in inter, all the exams, and final also, there's no negative marking. Second thing is, suppose you have written group 1 now and you clear costing, which is in group 1. Now costing is going to go in group 2. So in group 2 again, will you have to write costing? Answer is no. That paper will be exempt. You just have to write 2 more papers and you will be going to final. Institute has come up with a super duper appreciated the efforts of ICAI.org. There they have given all the frequently asked, that is FAQs list. So you can go through it. Still you need help of mentor or any one-to-one counseling, you can always connect with us on 9290065156. This is the concept classes number. And as we close, the mantra for today is, don't let anyone mess with your dreams. Your why is clear. You have to add degree in front of your name. You are feeling or not ki when you are a chartered accountant, CA Dipti Chheda. Sometimes my son says, Mummy, here you don't have to write CA Dipti Chheda, just write Dipti Chheda, and he is right also. So Dipti Chheda, CA Dipti Chheda, CMA Gaurav, CMA Vedant. समझ में आ रहा है आपको? So like this, you have to add the degree in your front of your name. For that, 8 subjects of final. For that, you're working hard. Some of you are in final right now. We have a separate group for doubt clearing for final. If you are in inter, then join challenges group, clear your doubts, work super duper hard. No one can distract you from your goal. You are bigger than all the mess which is going on around you. And if people are commenting, people are saying kitno ko justify karo, to mat karo, because they are asking fixed patterned question. They are innocent. They don't know what professional exam is, and once they walk out of your house, they don't even remember what answer you have given. So don't try to give explanation to anyone. Don't let anyone mess with your dreams. Stay focused, work hard, work smart, be confident, achieve your dreams. Wish you very all the best for upcoming CMA exam, and all my TA students who are watching this and have completed group 1. Imagine if institute is taking exam 4 times in a year. हाँ मैम क्या बात कर रहे हैं? मई और नवंबर में तो होता है, अब मार्च और सितंबर में भी हो जाए तो will you write or not? February, not March. 3 महीना. So November, December, January, February में if you have exam, how good you will study group 2. That's the core way you start your preparation, right? Wish you all the best, and thank you so much for making this 30 minutes fruitful for you and me. If you feel I have added some conceptual knowledge and clarity, do share this with your friends and do subscribe to the channel so that you always get notification when we are live, and you can clear your doubts also.